Day 21. Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Blueprince. Last time out, we got the sports shopping centre. We've got ourselves an extra 20 steps for today as well. So if we find the hovel, we might take the hovel because we are going to be steps rich. We have got 8 safes requiring 8 dates. And I've started to try and lay out the notes for that one between episodes, right? So what are our 8 safes? Well, the small gate for the orchard, because of course counting small gates, 8 dates for 8 safes, and 1128 was the clue for that one, and we've got that one open. The other one, this one's maybe a bit of a spicy one, the time lock safe in the bunker, technically requires a date, today's date, and we've got that one open. The other safes we've found is there's the teeny tiny safe in the drafting studio, the large safe in the study, the large safe in the boudoir, and the small safe in the office. And I think there are then 2 more safes for us to find. As far as dates, well, we've got this photograph of Clara and Simon from 1952. Like, that looks to me like a prevalent enough date to kind of consider. And this date, of course, 1213, we've been trying to put that into basically every combination lock we can possibly find. I'm not taking anything for granted, though, and we are going to be retesting old dates that we haven't... we're going to be retesting dates in safes that we've certainly used before, right? Because we don't take anything for granted on this channel, and it's easier to just retest things. Sometimes it's easier to retest things than rely on the comprehensiveness and 100% accuracy of your notes. Because if your notes aren't accurate, you can spend a long time getting stuck. What is our objective for today? Well, our objective is the same as every day. We don't have the moon pendant anymore. It's kept us the metal detector and the vault key. Oh, shoot. So moon pendant doesn't always keep itself as one of the items. Ah, that's inconvenient, because moon pendant expensive as well. But it was a really great bonus for us. We have kept the vault key though. So if we draft the vault, 100% taking it, that means again that pushes me more towards the hovel as well, because I don't want to be in a situation where we just don't have the gems for the vault. I think the vault, if I recall correctly, we've never drafted the vault, so we don't know. Yeah, we've never drafted the vault, so there's no way to see how many gems it costs. I think it's a 3-gem room. Don't worry about that bang. That was literally a bird just hitting my window. Oh, shoot. I hope you're all right. Oh, dear. It's that time of year, right? I have a lot of trees near my house. It happens quite frequently. Young birds, particularly, do find windows quite confusing. Usually they're absolutely fine. They just take a bonk and then they just go and, like, fly off afterwards. But yeah, it can be quite startling. Okay. If hovel's available, we're 100% taking hovel. Yes. Right. Is there anything in hovel that's worth picking up? Is there ever anything inside the hovel? There's a bit of dirt. No, we tend not to be having things. Now, I did spot a comment which was a little bit maybe a little bit close to over the line in terms of hinting that these numbers are the same colours. I commented that there's no such thing as a pink room, that these numbers are the same colours that are used in the billiard room puzzle. So, yeah. Want to be sort of transparent on that point, that, like, someone did hint that, and I have seen that hint. I'm not sure particularly how that would work with the puzzle yet, because when you use those numbers, 4 plus 5 is 9, times 2 divided by 9 minus 2, it just gives you 0. So I'm not sure how that's kind of used at the moment, but I kind of want to be clear. I want to be transparent that I got that hint, let's say. The other thing that we're trying to do is, of course, we're just trying to get the basement key again, but we'll take the vault if it presents itself along the way. Now, we don't need Den super much because we don't need the gems as much. However, we will take Den over a storeroom as an opening gambit there. Closet, parlor, corridor. In a way, if I've got 2 exits on that side, I'd be willing to take the closet here. Okay, purse and a gem. Not necessarily my favourite options, but yeah. Nook for 2 keys is the vibe. That's good. Oh, of course, the metal detector's going off because we've got 2 keys. 2 keys here. So what we're going to do is we're going to avoid the west wing, because if we pick up the car keys, we want to be able to go and hit up the garage. Yeah. Pantry seems like an easy pick at this point to get us all the way over to the east wing. And now, courtyard would be great. Gives us 2 options and a sledgehammer. Wow. We're getting plenty of items. Right, this is going to be a dead end room, so let's pick a dead end room. I think coat check, but we're not going to check anything right now. I don't think we have anything in the coat check. I don't think we checked anything into the coat check. Let's double check quickly. Right, okay, there are no items in the coat check. Okay, so if we find the workshop and are able to make something amazing, we will be able to check that, right? Something that was... Now, coat check prevents you from obtaining via other means anything that's checked in there, which is not clear from the use of it. I've got that from the Discord and from the comment section. So we spent a lot of episodes waiting to try and find like a shovel, and what we'd done is we'd check the shovel into the coat check, and that just prevents shovels spawning elsewhere. I don't know, if you create something in the workshop and check it in, I don't know if it prevents the constituent elements of that item from spawning. So, something that's worth testing. But, in the comments on, which episode was it, episode 16? Someone made a comment of, shame you didn't have the coat check to be able to check in that power hammer. And I was like, shoot, do you know what? That's a really good point. That would have been really helpful to be able to check that in. So if we find workshop, that'd be great. Billiard room or corridor? Like maybe billiard room, because we've got 2 dead ends on this side. Like, I don't hate billiard room as an option. Go on, because we'll get some item or other from inside this thing. Ooh, and it's given us the broken handle. The broken lever. Right. Well, I wonder. Right. given that we got that hint, 45292. No, I thought maybe you press the blue part of 45292, sort of in that order. So no, that doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, we'll think about that further. Anyway, right, 15. 4 squared is 16. 6 squared is 36 minus 16 is 20. We've got 5 squared is 25. Multiplied by 2 is 50, divided by 10 is 5. And a couple of keys. Lovely. Right. I mean, I would have preferred maybe a special item, but I'm never going to turn down 2 keys as an option. Security is nice, but it prevents us being able to head north. Chapel gives us 2 exits, but we don't want to backtrack too much through the chapel. So I think if we take chapel, at this point, we'd probably pivot back towards den, because I don't want to backtrack too much in and out of the chapel. You know, because we've got good coins right now. I mean, security's kind of nice though, and security gives us a terminal. And security lets us set the security policy on the doors. Nah, chapel. I think having the paths open is more important than dealing with the locks, like right now. So we'll go into the den next, take another gem. Tell you what, if we're able to find the freezer to freeze our assets, down with that. Shoot, all of these are dead ends. Well, let's take the observatory, and that gives us a bonus of some kind. Ha! Ha! Oh dear. Yes, very good. I wonder if I should be reading the book before I use the observatory to kind of have a view as to what next one is Draxus the Dead. Yeah, to have a view as to what bonus I'm about to get, because this is probably the worst run to get 11 diamonds on. But yeah, if we get the freezer, we might well take the freezer. Commissary. I like the idea of buying items and suitably impoverishing ourselves before going through the chapel. What have you got for us today? Oh, everything's 50% off! Well, I'll take a magnifying glass, and let's take a shovel as well. Damn. Okay, right. This run has the potential to be really quite good. We're going to continue this way. Kitchen, bunk room, corridor. We'll take corridor, because otherwise we end the run. We don't want to touch... Oh, there's a key. Very nice. We don't really want to touch rank 4 until on the west wing, unless we have the car keys. But on the other hand, I don't particularly want to end the run either there. I mean, patio gives us an opportunity if we do find a way of smashing the ground near that. Yeah, let's take the patio. Right. We know that there's an X right here. Yeah. So if we find some way, now where did I put my pictures from last time? Here they are. Right, there's a big X right here. So we need to smash that up somehow. And I'm assuming that's something in the workshop, either power hammer or either a power hammer, or we also had the option for like the power jackhammer or something last time. Ooh, a nutritious turnip. Perfect. Office is pretty great and it points us north. Workshop, though, helps us create those items that we need. I think it's going to be office, though. I think we're going for office. Because more money. So if we do get like the casino or something, there is an opportunity there. We also have a couple of things we want to try as combinations in that safe. Should we try some safe combinations first? So, let's open up my... so, we are in the small safe in the office. So let's try... 12, 13. Did not do it. What about 1952? No. Okay. So, small safe in the office. That's a no on that one. And it's a no on 1952 as well. I mean, in terms of other dates that we have seen, we haven't seen terribly many other dates, right? Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Yeah, I don't think there are terribly many other dates that we have. Like we do have dates because we have like newspaper clippings and so forth. Right, mostly about Marion Marigold's disappearance, which is somewhere here. Where's the newspaper clippings about Marion? Here they are. Yeah, so we've got like August 22, like 85, 86, 86, but like all of these have different dates, of course. None of those dates like particularly stand out as, hey, pay attention to this date because it's part of a code. White King in the office. I've already made note of that one. No, not yet. At some point, I should go and get all of the. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up in a situation where I have access to whatever the puzzle for the chess pieces are, and I'm gonna be like, shoot, I'm gonna need to like pause the game, go back through hours of videos to try and find all the. I should sit down and actually like make note of these at some point. Is there any use in logging into the network? Well, we are able to access other terminals remotely now, are we? Payroll's already been run this week. Fine. Spread gold in the estate. In a number of rooms currently active throughout the estate. Spread gold now? Go on. Spread gold now. And then log into my network. What would be really handy? Now I can access one other terminal, can't I? I don't think I need to necessarily place a special order, do I? I'm not sure. Compass, magnifying glass, metal detector, running shoes, shovel, sleeping mask, sledgehammer. I think I'll keep ordering the magnifying glass, to be honest, because the magnifying glass is super useful. We're coming to the end of the magnifying glass, though, I think. Like, we've got most of the magnifying glass clues now, but we need the magnifying glass for certain things, like the tiny safe in the studio. So it makes sense to keep ordering it, probably. Whereas the shovel, I don't think the shovel is, like, as important in terms of, like, actually solving the puzzles. Give me remote terminal access. Now, which one is worth accessing whilst we're here? Can I turn the laboratory online? Because am I able to run an experiment from the office? Yeah. Experiment set up. Here we go. Immediately spread dirt on the driveway, add a small chest to the entrance hall. What do we like more? Well, we have a shovel, so spread dirt on the driveway. Oh no, wait, hang on, is the driveway outside the garage, though? Is that the driveway? Go on, let's try it out. Okay. So we'll be sure to head back out at some point to go and check whether the driveway is the front of the house or whether the driveway is actually where the car drives. Might not be able to access it unless you get the garage. So there's the bedroom. Or we take the kitchen, which kind of points us the opposite way, but we will be able to hook back round that direction again, I'm pretty sure. So let's take the kitchen, because I don't want to draft the garage just yet. If we have an aquarium, we're going to get plus 10 steps there. That's nice. Plus 10 and add morning room to today's draft pool. We'll definitely go and add that. And well, these are sort of set steps, but we'll keep the steps available to us. We don't need to take them straight away. Oh, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. Uh-oh. Well, we'll take hallway. We'll take hallway, but this could be a problem. We don't have an exit north. So this is basically going to be a dead end now. Gallery, that's new. And it's a puzzle room. Yes, we'll take the new room. Give us the gallery. Hello. So, Christopher Manson, acrylic and oil on canvas. Huh. B, C, P, T, L, S, M, W. Interesting. Actual objective. Another Christopher Manson, acrylic and oil on canvas. Actual objective. Very. Genu very. Here we have acrylic and oil on canvas. All untitled, really. Hubris, envy, lust, wrath, gluttony, sloth, avarice. And here, this is thick. Oh, we name the pieces. We name the pieces. I mean, is it too obvious to just try and call this thick? Like, that seems way too obvious, right? So what have we got here? It's an 8-letter word? An 8-letter word. It's interesting. The only other puzzle rooms we've had so far were parlour and billiard room. And those both had kind of explanations in them, vaguely, as to what you were trying to do. Is it like catchphrase, where it's like, say what you see? We've got infinity with nails on top of a couple of pillars and the 7 deadly sins around. Right. And we're looking for an 8-letter word. D-G-H-L-M-N-R-T. Genuary. And then you've got actual objective on top of eyes. This is very interpretive, isn't it? I really don't know what to make of this room. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to continue and maybe come back to this later. This is a little bit too high concept for me. It feels like maybe we need a clue for that room somewhere. This is very, very bad. This is very, very bad. We must take spare bedroom. And we hope. Well, we've got 2 rerolls. Okay, use a key. We have to have something which goes to the left. Well, morning room is going to be... and all of these are going to end our run, so we need to redraw. Oh my word, we have to redraw again. Oh, that is a difficult decision. We've got the vault key. We've got the key to the safety deposit box, which we've never brought to the vault before. We've never even drafted the vault before. Do we embrace the fact that we end the run, but we are going to get something out of that safety deposit box? I think it's got to be that, right? The other option is we agree we end the run, but we freeze our accounts, start tomorrow with 12 gems. But we're not bringing the vault key again, and we've never had the vault before, so I think we have to do it, right? Friday, November 27th. That's today. I am pretty sure. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Friday, November 27th is the today's date in game. So, right, well, we really don't need the money, to be honest. Now it's 2:33 is the key that we've got, right? 2:33. Here we go. Oh, so we get a big stack of money. We get our allowance increased. And we're going to get a passport. A passport for Fen Aries. Compromised. Grey Daniels. Well, that's Marion Marigold. Hmm. 5156 could be one. But yeah, let's take some screenshots of that. Like, whatever that is, it's clearly incredibly important. I mean, it shows that Marion Marigold is definitely had a secret identity, right? Grey Daniels. But on the other hand, I don't know if it proves anything about very much, because she's not got her passport. So if that were to imply that she's still alive, I don't think that does imply that she's still alive, because white rook in the vault. We will keep. We'll make a note of that one. Right, white rook in the vault. Yeah, because obviously she doesn't have her passport with her, so who can say? Well, we're gonna end this run with all of this money and nothing to spend it on, right? What a shame. What a shame. I was hoping for another red letter, to be honest, but you know, increasing our allowance is good as well. And I mean, yeah, I think we're going to got to consider that worth it, right? Having brought the vault key. I'm wondering if this one should be chain. I mean, it's 2 wagons holding a rose, a fire hydrant, an apple, and one of them's got a pea. Yeah, I'm actually just really sketchy on what we're being asked to do. Right, 7-letter word. I don't know. I don't know. I think we need a clue for the gallery, right? I would expect, similar to how we used the magnifying glass to get a clue for the billiard room off that drafting explanation, I would assume that there's a clue somewhere to explain to you, like, what the puzzle is, you know? Okay, well, real shame that we're going to be leaving without being able to make a nice, chunky workshop item. Right? We've got all this money and, like, nothing to spend it on, which is a real shame. Can't freeze the accounts. I'm just wondering, like, is there anything that's worth doing? Like, we can drop an item off in the coat check. Broken lever? Like, what would we want to put in the coat check? We used the vault key. Maybe we could put the coin purse in the coat check, because we kind of don't want to not have. Here's the dirt that got spread on the driveway. So this is the driveway. Cool. A brick. Oh, the brick is not an item. Okay, fine. Okay, well, what would you check? What would you check in there, right? Broken lever. We could try and check broken lever in there. The problem is, anything you check, you then can't get otherwise. So I'm kind of tempted to check the coin purse on the basis that yeah, if we find coat check, that's great. But if we never draft coat check again, I'm not going to be super sad about losing out on coin purse. I don't know. Maybe we should put broken lever in. It kind of means, though, that we have to find coat check specifically to be able to use the lever for the greenhouse, or indeed for anything else that we're building in the workshop. I think I'm going to check coin purse. That then just puts... It means that there's, like, a useful item in there. Or, spicy option, we check vault key, and then we know that we won't ever get vault key distributed as a useless item for us now, because we don't need the vault key ever anymore. But no, let's do coin purse, and then we know that there's a useful item in there which we would never not want to draft. But it doesn't prevent us from doing things we need to do otherwise. In any case, aside from all that, I think then we are gonna be calling it a day for this episode. Ouch! Where did we go wrong here? Well, the gallery is way too esoteric for us right now. We need to find a clue for that gallery from somewhere. Hopefully in a letter or something there'll be at least something of an explanation. Did we make a mistake by pushing kitchen this way? This is where it all started to go wrong, right? Because hallway didn't have anything that went north. Spare bedroom at least gave us dice. Was it a mistake to take vault? Should we have let the run continue? I do feel a little bit sad having taken vault, given what we found in there. I was hoping for something... I was hoping in that safe deposit box that there was going to be something that was going to immediately push the narrative forward for us. I mean, like, okay, we now know that Marion Marigold had another secret identity, probably was trying to flee the country under a different name. Probably didn't work because her passport's still here. So, and also it's got compromised written across it, so it's kind of going to be invalid anyway. So, a little snippet of plot moving forward, but unfortunately not a huge amount of progress in the actual drafting of the game. Nice to get our allowance increased by another 2, though. Okay, my friends, that's going to wrap us up for today's episode of Blueprints. If you enjoyed this episode and you're enjoying this series, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time. Have a great week. Bye for now.